Time to talk to the ecclesiastical mook. Yeah.
With Fugelsang. Thank God it's with John Fugelsang.
Oh, hi. Good morning, Sir John Fugelsang. I feel I must, after your Sexy Liberal virtual tour, triumph again. Your films, your silent film. Sir John Fugelsang is gracing us. Hello. Good morning. So.
Thank you very much. I finally stopped talking for a few minutes. Yes, you brought that out of me. So
it was great.
Congratulations.
With Frank Conniff playing Trump as a silent movie villain. It was fantastic. SexyLiberal.com. That's your weekend.
Yes.
Buy a ticket to SexyLiberal.com and see all the wonder that is John Fugelsang, starting from his hair on down. Good morning.
I still don't know all the characters I played. I know I played Steve Bannon, and I played Jesus and Charlie Kirk, and Pat Robertson, Mike Pence. I played Death. I played Coronavirus. I played a very angry leftist podcaster, and I can't even remember how many wigs I have in my house now because and Giuliani, of course, I played Giuliani, and I can still smell the Matusa on me.
Yes, people were saying they love the sketches where we're all together, and you said when you were like, really, we're just going to improv sketches by Zoom from?
Yeah, it works. It's great.
Yes, and somehow right. Our director is brilliant because I think as Judge Janine said, I'm told Steve Bannon has passed away, and then he had on the Chiron Steve Bannon 1950 whatever to 2009 20.
2009,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Right. Oh, and now I have an idea for our next sketch. You tweeted he sexually. Can I have some wacky comedy music?
Oh yeah.
And a laugh track. I wanted to ask you if I can do this as a sketch next. Next virtual.
I've already written it. I can send you my script.
Can I do it? Okay. He sexually harassed Anita Hill. She doesn't think calling him the N-word constitutes a hostile work environment. Together, they'll unite racism and misogyny to stop counting your votes and hand a sexual assaulting racist a second term. ACB CT. Coming this fall to a democracy near you. That's funny. Amy Coney Barrett and Clarence Thomas in a new sitcom.
Yeah, new buddy comedy.
I did. I wrote it down. I stole it, and then I wrote it down. But at least I'm telling you that I stole it. And
I love it. I mean, what could possibly be disturbing? Amy, what's amazing is Amy Coney Barrett made her first horrible decision as a justice before they even gave her the robe fitting by showing up at the White House and doing a naked propaganda ceremony with the president standing next to her, not the Chief Justice swearing her in, but the most racist, right-wing, self-loathing justice they could find. We got to see the judge they hired to undo Thurgood Marshall's legacy swear in the judge they hired to undo Ruth Bader Ginsburg's legacy.
See,
and right out in the open.
This is how the Sexy Liberal team works so seamlessly. You wrote it, I stole it, and wrote it down. And the next hour, I'll be casting whether Francis or Angela is going to play Clarence Thomas. So see, this is how this goes. It's just a giving circle. I mean,
You're
you
faster
didn't
than
ask.
Carlos Mencia.
Huh?
You're faster than Carlos Mencia.
But I do it right in front of you. Okay.
That's I respect.
Okay. And then, by the way, I like this. You said impeach Kavanaugh ASAP, but only because he lied under oath on camera in his confirmation hearings. I say we are ruthless now.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
No Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And we got to fight like they do. And no, you do not deserve a lifetime appointment on the Supreme Court after committing perjury. Thank you, John.
Yesterday was the 22nd anniversary of the South Africa Truth and Reconciliation Committee condemning apartheid. And, I thought it was a very good anniversary because Truth and Reconciliation Committee is a phrase we should all start saying quite a bit.
Yep.
I want the Democrats to bring the fight to them. I'm tired of bringing the best ideas and the policies that help the most people to a gunfight.
Yeah.
So, they should go in there saying, we are impeaching Kavanaugh, we are impeaching Gorsuch. Yeah. Now, they'll never impeach Gorsuch, but they should say they are to scare them. And they probably won't get the 2/3 it takes to remove Kavanaugh, but they have to try it because these 6 Supreme Court justices, 5 of them were nominated by presidents who lost the popular vote. 1 of them has a stolen seat. 1 of them lied openly under oath. And Amy Coney Barrett, of course, 50 million people had already voted when they rushed her nomination after the black guy couldn't get one in 239 days.
Yeah.
But the white guy gets his nominee seen in 30 days. 50 million had voted. He's already admitted he's hobbled the post office. He's already admitted he needs her to hand him a second term. If she does not recuse herself from any kind of thing, she's over. I mean, she's over. She doesn't realize that she's on probation with history right now.
Yeah.
So Kavanaugh's got to go, and Gorsuch has got to go.
Yeah. You also tweeted, I've always fantasized about having a beautiful, brilliant woman who texted me 10 times a day. I never imagined it would be Kamala Harris.
My wife's like, is it her again? Is it her again? Show me your phone. Show me your phone.
I thought was great. First of all, oh my God. Okay, everybody fill in their chicken Purdue jokes now because David Perdue, I guess I'll take my chicken chorus. So, how great was John Ossoff? Just ripped him a new one. He said, in addition to being a crook senator, right? He said you would have focused more on coronavirus if you weren't defending yourself from multiple insider trading.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
David Perdue has chickened out of the next debate.
Senator Perdue is also the one who had the digital attack on John Ossoff. They made his nose look bigger in the end. I hosted a fundraiser for John, a virtual fundraiser for John 2 weeks ago with a bunch of Broadway stars. It was the day after David Perdue had pretty much admitted that the Democrats had the edge this year, and he said this on a conference call for Women for Trump. And I thought, is there anything that really speaks to our era more than the fact that David Perdue was the featured speaker at Women for Trump? That's all you really need to know about the guy. But he admitted that it's done, that the Democrats have the edge this time. He's giving up.
And he's the one who's tried to, racistly mangle Kamala Harris's name, who he serves with her in the Senate. He knows it was his macaca moment. I thought anyway.
Remember Mitt Romney resorted to racism in the week before the campaign. Mitt Romney went to birtherism the week before the election. Yeah. And that's exactly what I thought of when I saw Perdue making fun of a black woman's name like that. A woman he's served with in the Senate for several years. He knows how her name is pronounced.
I know. And I thought she answered it, right? Very elegantly.
Trevor Noah last night.
Yeah, with Trevor Noah, yeah.
When I see the people who have had the experience of having been given a name from their family, which is one of the greatest gifts that a family can give you. It is the first gift that a child, usually when they enter the earth, receives from their family. It is usually informed by tradition and love and the hope and aspiration the family has for that child. It is something precious and sacred, and it is a part of their identity. And when I see people fighting for the right for that to be respected and treated in a dignified way, I applaud and salute that. Anybody who otherwise, on the other side of that, wants to play childish games as though that the highest elected leaders should conduct themselves like they did when they were children on the playground, well, it speaks poorly of their appreciation for the responsibility and the role that they have. And I think it's a reflection of their values and maturity.
The many reasons I'm going to be crying, hopefully, on election night in a good way. It's that right? Over all the awfulness and just hopefully the relief that we'll have is that she's going to be vice president of the United States, right? I mean, I remember that moment when Obama was elected, all our shock and tears and, Anyway.
I was in your house that night.
I know.
I remember.
I know.
And I just hope she doesn't stop texting me when she gets a new job.
I know.
Because I think she and I have built up trust with each other. We understand, because I respond to the texts a lot. I don't know what she thinks of what I write. She doesn't really respond back, but I assume she reads them.
Well, love. You tweeted, find someone who loves you the way Melania Trump loves ripping her hand out of her husband's when the cameras are rolling.
Right? Melania is committed to ripping her hand away from her husband and cameras are rolling. It's beautiful. Beautiful thing to see. Their marriage is very special, and they deserve to have more time together as a retired Florida couple. And I'm looking forward to them both getting that. I'm also looking forward to Jared and Ivanka having this time before Jared goes to prison. That's going to be special. The time before
you'll look back on this special time.
Yeah,
it really is. Let me tell you, when Jared Kushner finally shows up for jail, it's going to be the first time in his life he's ever gotten anywhere all on his own.
That's right.
And that's beautiful. So.
Now, John, speaking of love, I saved the story about Jerry and Becky Falwell because you and I played Jerry and Becky Falwell in the last Sexy Liberal. Sexual Liberal? Maybe we should change it.
I haven't even gotten out of character yet. It's like, I don't know if I'm playing Jerry Falwell or if Jerry Falwell's playing me. I played him again in my evangelist sketch, Handcuffed to a Radiator.
I know, and I don't know if there is an award for just leg acting, but your shot of your pants around your ankles with all the bottles
Yep.
in the last Sexy Liberal was
thank you.
a triumph of, and then the tissues falling continuously was a triumph, may I just say,
A lot of
It
work,
was.
man.
of method acting. Jerry Falwell Jr. Is suing his own university for defamation over the circumstances of his forced resignation. They write, at first, Granda, the pool boy, impressed the Falwells with his entrepreneurial attitude and ambition. Yeah, that's it.
I'll bet he did.
That was it, yeah. And the
Oh, yeah.
Falwells befriended him, as the kids are calling it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Unbeknownst to Falwell, on rare occasions between 2012 and 14, Mr. Granda and Mrs. Falwell engaged in an affair. The complaint goes on to note that Falwell was heartbroken when he learned about the cheating, but ultimately forgave his wife. Rather than just reveal the affair Granda had engaged in with Mrs. Falwell, Granda threatened to falsely claim that Mr. Falwell had been a willing participant in the affair, even watching the two engage sexually.
Goodness.
I clutch the pearls. What? Wow. Isn't lying something Jesus said is bad? Is that?
Actually, the Ten Commandments covered that before
okay.
Jesus. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But that university, man, can you believe his father, the segregationist, began that university? And now they are denying Jerry Falwell Jr. 3 times before the cuck crows. And I don't know who this lawsuit's for. Because we all heard him on the tape chiding the pool boy for not calling Becky enough. She was missing you. But once again, he shows that he is a true American evangelical right-winger by throwing his wife under the bus and saying that she had an adulterous affair when she had nothing of the kind. The ugliest thing about this is not their kink. If the fact that these two are into bringing in a pool boy, that's the most likable thing about him. It's that he's a liar to save his own skin, and he's willing to hang his wife out to dry by saying she had an extramarital affair he didn't know about. When, damn it, there's pets that know that's not true.
And I am grateful because it gave me an opportunity to deep throat a banana on camera. So
Indeed it did, yes.
you know what? There's silver linings in everything, John. And what?
It was very impressive, by the way.
What?
When was the last time you've done something like that?
College. Okay. No, wait. Hang on. Let's carry the board. No,
Student
80s,
hang on
the
to your
80s,
load.
the 80s.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Might have even creeped into the 90s. Let me think about it. All right, John.
There'd even be some blackouts in the zeros you don't recall. I'm kind of hurt, but go on.
Well,
I don't know. How did we go down this?
you did make out with my gay friend.
No, we
Okay.
did go down that road, Stephanie.
Oh, I think I've gone down that road backstage somewhere with Fugelsang. Anyway, here's my point. Go to sexyliberal.com and get it. Watch the tour. The last one was unbelievable. You can watch any of them for a year on demand, right? So there's your whole weekend. John Fugelsang, I love you with the heat of 1,000 white hot suns.
I love you. I want to tell your attractive listenership that Tuesday night I'm going to be hosting live coverage of election night.
Yes.
We don't know all the results we'll know, but we'll know a lot. And I want to tell everyone that, cable news is great, but we're going to bring you great insight, great updates. And unlike cable news, we listen to you. So all night long,
Yep.
call me on SiriusXM. And even if you're not a subscriber, you can watch us on Facebook Live. On my Facebook page and follow along. We're going to be having some of your favorite hosts from SiriusXM. I want you to come on, Miller, at some point in the night spot.
I'm too nervous, and I'm too nervous on election night.
Yeah.
I've turned down many lucrative offers for election night to just sit here in my own existential dread. Pardon me?
Not the first time I've been rejected by you. The first time was the bone marrow, and I really could have used it. But you have your reasons. But it's fine if you don't join me. But everyone else, come to SiriusXM Progress.
Yes.
On election night, it's going to be a real lot of fun.
Let me explain the layers of brilliance of John Fugelsang. Not only his own brilliant stuff, but just when in the voter training workout part of Sexy Liberal 5, him smoking and reading a Gore Vidal book was another layer. In the Spike Club, when he hit someone with his child and then with a Gandhi book. Yeah. Just there are layers of
Didn't you hit someone with a Buddha?
No, yes, nobody does.
This time I hit someone with a Buddha, and I brought in Harry Potter to zap Stephanie with his wand.
Yes.
Nobody does smart liberal funny like John Fugelsang does. All right, love you, John. Bye.
Thank you,
Well,
John.
bye.